everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with some MLB 2K12, and we have got game number 4 of the World Series coming at you right here. Now, I have won the previous 3 games, so if I go ahead and I win here, I will have achieved the sweep of the Atlanta Braves, and that is a tremendous feat in and of itself. Plus, I also have the historical factor of being the 3rd team in Major League Baseball history to go 11-1 in the postseason, so an absolute dominant performance in this postseason, and that's not a big surprise because they really dominated, they being the Detroit Tigers, throughout the regular season as well. So, not going to be surprised if some of you root against me because that'll mean that the Detroit Tigers franchise is done and over with if I go ahead and I win, and you guys won't be seeing this anymore on MLB 2K. So Michael Bourne getting the first hit. It's going to go into center field, which Austin Jackson is going to have to go ahead and try and stop. Brian McCann is going to be coming up next. So I do have Rich Harden on the mound. Got a few pitches that I can choose from that I think might be decent, but really I don't feel too comfortable throwing with just about anything. I guess the two-seamer is the only one that I feel pretty comfortable throwing. And with a lot of these left-handers and switch hitters like Chipper Jones, of course, I'm going to be throwing that two-seamer inside very frequently. So there goes Michael Bourne. Victor Martinez, who is behind the plate in this game, not going to get that throw in time. Some of you may be surprised seeing Victor Martinez behind the plate, but remember, since we are playing at a National League ballpark, that means I don't have the advantage of having a designated hitter. So I'm going to have to go ahead and put Victor Martinez at catcher just so I can still have his tremendous bat. He's got tremendous contact hitting. I think I've said tremendous quite a bit, but his contact hitting is one of the best on the team, so I don't feel like I can really be without it. I'm also sacrificing, though, having a good arm right there. Catcher Alex Avila probably could have thrown down Michael Bourne right there. This hit, though, is going to go into center field. That is going to go ahead and bring Bourne home. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it to my cutoff man, Johnny Peralta, because I know I really didn't have a chance being able to get Bourne out at home. And if I had gone for it, who knows? Maybe the runner could have advanced over to second, and we would have somebody in scoring position here once again, and we could be seeing another hit. Second inning, no outs. We get out of that one here. Chipper Jones getting that hit into center field, so he's got his first hit on the day. And really, Chipper Jones had a tremendous game number 1 and game 3. Game 2 just wasn't there, so we'll see how he does in this one. Just had a great World Series all around. Delman Young finally getting the first hit for me, just a little ground ball in left field. So it's taking me 3 innings to get a hit against Jurgens, and that usually is a sign that I'm going to be struggling offensively here in this game, so I am getting kind of worried. There's Harden laying down the bunt to go ahead and get Delman Young in scoring position, and I thought Rich Harden actually had a chance to be able to make it to first right there. Unfortunately, he does not. So it is a sacrifice bunt that gets Delman Young in a scoring position. Hopefully we can capitalize it and tie the game up. We don't. Bottom of the 3rd now here for Rich Harden. 0-2 count. Another hit for Bourne. Going into center field, another hit for him. So that's going to be 2 this game here in the 3rd inning. He stole that base earlier. He's going again. The throw from Victor Martinez over to Johnny Peralta is not in time. So, man, I don't know if that was really a smart call. If Victor Martinez really doesn't produce anything in this game, it would have been better for me to keep Alex Avila in than to go ahead and make that switch. But here's Peralta also getting a hit for me that goes into center field. So we're actually pretty even on the amount of hits now. I've had a few. Braves have had a few as well. But honestly, this seems to be a pitcher's game. Still 1-0 here in the 4th inning. Here's Victor Martinez. Going to go ahead and get a hit. So he is contributing in this game. That's going to put a runner in scoring position. So Peralta has a chance to be able to come home if we can see Miguel Cabrera get a hit. So this changeup is going to go into right field. The bases are going to be loaded, and the World Series so far has not, held me to the bases loaded curse. It might actually be lifted for this year. So with Prince Fielder, probably one I shouldn't have swung at. That one's going to get caught, but Peralta is going to tag up, and he is going to come home. Oh, I don't even know why Victor Martinez started heading over to 3rd. That was not cool. We do get the run, though, despite that embarrassing double play. So the game is tied up at 1. It's like we have just started over here. We're going to see how things go because I feel a lot of burden kind of lifted off from me here. So this one going into the gap in right center is going to put runners on first and third. The downside for me here is I do have 2 outs at this point, so I'm not going to be able to go ahead and get Brennan Bosch from first over to second with that guaranteed stolen base that you can take advantage of if you got this game. Delman Young getting a hit. So that is going to go ahead and give us the lead. We've still got runners on here at first and second, so Tigers are up 2-1. If it were to end right now, the series would be done and over with, but we've got 5 more innings left ahead. So anything could really happen at this point. Even though I have the lead, I do feel pretty comfortable about things because really once I get the lead, it's very hard for the computer to go ahead and to get that back. There's Chipper Jones with another hit. So it's looking like game number 4 has actually been a pretty good one as well for him, as that is his second hit. So I got to watch out what I throw to him because he's definitely showing me that, you know, I'm going to be struggling every time. Another hit for the Braves. This one just right up the middle. Austin Jackson going ahead and throwing it to Miguel Cabrera at third. Now the one thing too that's that's frustrating me at this point with the pitching is a lot of these hits are taking place on the 0-2 count. So, I mean, I'm doing a great job getting ahead in the count, but it just seems like, you know, I can't go ahead and finish them off here, you know, on that third pitch or, you know, whatever it is. But Rayburn stepping off second, that was actually really annoying because now the bases are going to be loaded for the Braves, and it's going to be so difficult for me to go ahead and get out of this. This one going on the ground. Rayburn is going to have to throw home. So Victor Martinez steps on home. No run counts. And he tried to go ahead and see if he could get the double play by throwing over to first, but of course was not in time. I'm just glad we were able to go ahead and avert any runs right there. And that's just, you know, me playing catcher. I know a lot of people may not think about, you know, going ahead and throwing home and instead try to go for the double play, but me as a catcher, that's what I played when I was growing up. The thing that came to my mind is, you know, I got to go ahead and throw home because my instinct was telling me, hey, you need to be ready to be on home when something like that would happen. That's just what would kick in for me. But it's kind of cool that, you know, playing baseball in real life actually does translate and help me out in this game too. Just kind of knowing what to do in certain situations and reacting based off my instinct. So that strikeout right there was huge. Bourne is not going to be able to get stolen base number 3, at least in the 4th inning. A huge hit. This one is going deep into center field. Austin Jackson is not going to be able to jump for it. So Hayward gets a home run here in game number 4. That is a solo shot, so the game is going to be tied at 2. I'm surprised I didn't even get to attempt a wall catch or anything like that. But a big, towering hit is exactly what these Braves fans need right now to stay in this game. And it also is a huge morale boost for the Braves. So kind of thinking it may be time for me to go ahead and take a look at a replacement for Harden now that he's allowed 2 runs in you know, these 6 innings here. So I might bring somebody else in here soon. Prince Fielder getting another hit. This one going into right center, so another shot into the gap. I'm not going to be heading over to second, but I like doing that just to see if I can force the computer to make a bad throw, and I'm not able to right there, and to be frank, I rarely ever do. But it happens. This one going right down the line. That is going to put Prince Fielder potentially on third. He's going to slide and be there. That was really, really close. 2 outs again, so I can't bring Brennan Bosch from first over to second. So that's kind of tough. And I'm not able to bring anybody home one more time. 8th inning. Johnny Peralta with a towering hit. This one going into left field. And it is going to get caught. I just got robbed of a home run that would have gone ahead and given me the lead. I got to show this one more time. He doesn't even know where it's at. Just sticks his glove up and makes that catch. That's amazing right there. And the crowd just looked completely bored with everything and was not excited that he went ahead and got that catch. But I thought it was pretty phenomenal. Here's one into the gap in left center that's going to end up being a double here for Miguel Cabrera, which means Prince Fielder is going to be up next. And he could get us a towering hit. That's something that he's done a lot here in this postseason and during the regular season as well. But probably a smart call by the Braves to go ahead and walk him right here with 2 outs. Not like they really have to worry about too much. But I think Delman Young is up next. Nope, Brennan Bosch. That's how I had it here in this one. Taking this 2-seamer up the middle. And a great stop. That is tough for me to accept, but hey, what can I do? I'll tell you what I will do is I'm going to bring out Harden just so I can make sure I do not allow the Braves to get any more runs. So you guys asked for it, wondering when are we going to see him again. Here is Aroldis Chapman. Look at that in the postseason. Tremendous performance. The opponent's batting average is sitting at 111. But granted, it's only 2 innings of play. This is going to add to it here. Hopefully we're going to have a good game. Already been able to get 1 out. This one is going to go foul across the left field line. Brennan Bosch diving for that one, actually sliding for it, excuse me. It makes a cool catch. That was one of my favorite things to do in baseball, was to make a sliding catch like that. Because, I mean, I didn't always play catcher. I played left field too. But, man, those sliding catches or the diving catches, you just felt so good about yourself when you got up. So, I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know what it is. This game's bringing back a lot of memories. But Aroldis Chapman, so far in the 8th inning, has been dominating the Braves. And now he faces Chipper Jones. So the downside with Aroldis Chapman is I do have only 2 pitches that I can choose from. That fastball, which can reach 105 miles an hour in the game, maybe even 106. And then the slider. So I can't really mix things up that much. Aroldis Chapman's great for 2, maybe, or 1, 2 innings, I would say. You really don't want to do anything more than that because his stamina is sitting at like 35 or something, which is pretty disappointing because I'd like to go ahead and bring Aroldis Chapman and make him a starter, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about things. All right, so 1-2 count here. Aroldis Chapman getting a strikeout with that 104-mile-an-hour fastball that ends up being inside. That's huge. All right, I'm bringing in Andy Dirks. I'm bringing out Aroldis Chapman at this point to see if I can go ahead and get a big hit right here. I'm not looking for like a home run or anything, but this is what I was looking for, just a base hit in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. So that's going to put him on first. The thing about Dirks that I absolutely appreciate is his speed. I wish I could have him in a little bit more to kind of help out Austin Jackson, but he's going to go ahead and head over to second. I'm going to watch that ball. Dirks diving head first. That is a bad throw, so I'm going to get up. I'm going to make a risky move, head over to third. I'm going to dive head first again and make it in there. No problem at all. Austin Jackson, though, not able to get the hit and bring him home. So those 2 stolen bases ended up being for nothing, and I was very disappointed because I could be up right now. Remember, though, since I did have to bring in Dirks, I'm going to have to go to the bullpen to see if I can go ahead and take care of the Braves right here. Now, this is going to be out number 3 of the 9th inning, so this is the first time that I've said this in a long time, but we are going into extra innings. Inning number 10, Victor Martinez doing what he does best, getting the hit, and I'm very excited about the 10th inning because I got Victor Martinez. I'm going to have Miguel Cabrera coming up next, and Prince Fielder, the big 3. So my core batters, the ones who have done the most damage all year long, really have a chance to be clutch right here. Miguel Cabrera taking this one into center field, so things are looking pretty good. Prince Fielder comes up next, and the reason why I put him in the last position of the big 3 here is because of those towering monster hits that he can get. He led the American League in home runs at 41 this year, and this one, ooh, it's going to be a base hit, so the bases are loaded right here. Not what I was looking out of Prince Fielder, but at the same time, I'm going to be happy with a hit because, now we could go ahead and we could see something happen here with some contact hitting from my team. Here is Delman Young. 3-1 count. High fly ball. Probably should have laid off that one because I had gone 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, excuse me, here in that count. So, I watched that strike, and then I swung at the other one. Not cool. This is really not cool because that's going to go ahead and put the runner on second. Every single time that the computer, is pitching to me, and I go ahead and I hit the pitcher, computer just picks it up instantaneously. I don't have that advantage right here, so we got a runner on second here with no outs. Make that 1 out here, but he's going to be on third after this. So I got to be careful. I got to make sure that I throw the ball very, very low. Try and force a ground ball right here. Brian McCann coming up next. Because if he can go ahead and if he can get a hit into the outfield, then we're looking at a, what could potentially be a sacrifice fly. He's going to tag up and come home. So hopefully I don't pitch it high like that again. I'm going to throw right in the middle on this one. That is exactly what I was afraid of. Delman Young having to go pick that up. He's going to throw it home, but it's not going to be in time. So we end up losing game number 4. So those of you who are, kind of rooting against me, well, congratulations. I do end up losing this one. So we're going to have to go ahead and force, we play game number 5 since that's something that the Braves have forced here with this win. And it'll also be taking place at Atlanta. So if I go ahead and I win game 5, the World Series will be, with the visiting team. I would like to go ahead and, come back to Detroit to go ahead and win a championship if I, of course, make it to that point. So we'll see how game 6 goes, game 5 goes. See if I end up losing that one as well. But I appreciate you guys watching. I definitely do. I know this one was a little bit longer since we reached extra innings, but you guys hung in there. So thank you for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. Just go ahead and check that description below. But you are phenomenal people. Do not ever forget that. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.